Hello everybody, Barbara Drazga here, aka The Deal Diva. If you're not following me on Facebook already, go ahead and join my Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/dealdiva, DEALDIVA. You can also binge watch me on YouTube if you wish to, and that's youtube.com/Barbara Drazga, DRAZGA. I will answer all questions about e-commerce and Amazon and selling physical products and even selling digital products too. So go ahead and drop any questions you have in the group. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that little ding button, subscribe to my channel, and then click that little bell button so that every time I put up one of these neat videos, you get alerted that it's up. And like I said, you can grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and just binge watch me if you're that bored. Okay, tonight we are talking about, today, depending on what time zone you're in, let me get rid of my face so you can see the whole screen. Today we're talking about how to create profitable bundles using retail arbitrage. Now, if you're on here, that means you are probably an Amazon seller because you won't know what I mean by retail arbitrage unless you're an Amazon seller. So hopefully you're Amazon sellers, and if not, Google retail arbitrage, do a little research on it, and then come back to this webinar so we can talk bundles. So what you're doing with retail arbitrage already is totally in line with creating bundles, and hang on till a little bit later in this presentation because I'm going to show you, I've got piles of stuff next to my office here and on my desk, next to my desk, of stuff I bought just in the past couple of days at retail stores to show you my process for creating bundles while I'm out in the stores doing scanning if you're a retail arbor. Okay, so here's my promise to you. I'm not going to be able to show you everything I know about creating bundles. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, so I can't dump all that in a training that's about an hour long, but I'm going to give you as much as I can to show you how to add bundles to your Amazon business in a way that's fun and easy and profitable, even if you've never created a bundle before. So it's okay if you've never created any bundles. We're here for you. This is going to be a fun place. There's no stress involved, so don't worry about it if you don't know how to create bundles. We're going to drop some information in this webinar that you're going to be able to create a bundle at the end of the webinar. I'm sure of it. If you went to a store, you could do retail arbitrage and conceptualize a bundle by the end of this webinar. So hang in there, grab a pen and a pencil and a glass of water, pen and a piece of paper, sorry, and a glass of water. And I'm going to just forge ahead here. So today we're going to learn how to leverage what you are already doing in retail arbitrage to create bundles. And then we're going to talk about the 3 questions that you must ask before you source a product. These are my 3 burning questions before you buy anything to create a bundle out of. And then how to niche your bundle concepts for higher prices and more sales. So I promise you we'll cover these 3 things in this training today, as well as a few other things. I've got some surprises for you towards the end. So hang in there in the end, and I'm going to drop some bonuses too. So I want to know about you. This is your chance to interact. So now you get to go into the chat and tell me, A, B, or C, how experienced are you in selling on Amazon? A, your brand's spanking new, just getting started. B, you've got some experience, you've been doing it for a little bit. And then C, you've been doing it for a while, and you consider yourself a pro. So I'm gonna scooch over here to the chat, and a lot of B's in here. We've got some people with experience, we've got some C's, nice. I don't see a lot of newbies, but bundling is totally for newbies. It's for people who have been retail arbing for a while, people who are doing wholesale, private label. It doesn't matter how you're sourcing, online arbitrage. Bundles are for every sourcing method because the way that you get product has absolutely nothing to do with creating profitable bundles. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that during the course of this training. So we've got a couple of experienced. Hey, we've got some newbies in here too. This is going to be a lot of fun. I see recognize some of the faces in here. It's nice to see you guys, Ron, Frank, and Debbie. Good to hear. Okay, so thank you for interacting. There are going to be a couple of times throughout this training where I'm going to ask for your feedback. So if you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, just interact in the chat and the comments so that, and I will be cycling back around and reading the comments in the chat so that I can be sure to interact with everybody as much as possible and answer any questions you have. So thank you for playing along. And this is actually my training style. I believe in giving bite-sized pieces of content and then giving a little assignment that makes you interact with me, but also makes you think about your business a little bit in order to answer the question. So thank you for playing along. I applaud you for taking action. And I'm going to go ahead and get my face off of here, and let's keep going. So my journey as an Amazon seller, first, I've been selling online physical products since 1996. I've got some chops. I got some years under my belt. And but Amazon, I didn't start till 2015. It was Q4, and that's my buddy Gizmo there. Not the rubber chicken, the cat is my buddy Gizmo. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. I was really scared about selling on Amazon. I was like, I don't know how to, I mean, this is confusing to begin with. The learning curve is, okay, how do I figure out how to do a shipment, right? So what I do is I bought these rubber chicken dog toys that my cat was mesmerized with. And in fact, he stole a couple and would drag them around the house. I know you guys have all seen dog toys like this, right? They're the squeaky rubber chickens. Great, right? So you can tell by the look on his face, he is fascinated with this dog toy. But my very first shipment was a bubble bag of, and believe it or not, I didn't know it was called bubbles at the time. I had no idea. But it was actually a multi-pack of 3 of them. I put them together in a poly bag. I put them together in this, I think I only sent in like 6, created the listing. Again, I'm brand spanking new to Amazon. And I send in like 6 of these 3-packs. And they sold, and I made no money, of course, because, you know, the price I paid for them was, there was just no margin in it. But I only did this to get through that very first, get over the hump of sending in my first shipment. So I have a couple of reasons for sharing this with you. One is to show you that we all started in the same place. We all have stories of the first products that we sold. We all have stories of how we lost money selling on Amazon, but we learned lessons, right? Everything that maybe didn't have a positive, the outcome that we wanted, we learned a lesson. And then the other reason I'm telling you this is to show you that every time we start a new skill or we add a new skill to our toolbox or a new platform or type of product or type of sourcing to our business, there's a learning curve, right? So I encourage you just to be gentle and kind with yourself and know that when we're learning something new, it might be a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's part of the process. I encourage you to power through when you hit a frustration or wall, when you're learning a new skill set like we are tonight. So why bundles? So since most of us here are fairly familiar with selling on Amazon, you guys are going to find some of these things pretty familiar. So first of all, when you have a bundle of products, you can charge more, right? And when you charge more, you can sell, when you're selling at a higher price, you have a higher profit margin. Because when you're selling, let's say you had 3 products, random products that you'd put together into a bundle that complemented each other. If you sold those 3 individual items as individual pieces, you would have to pay a pick and pack fee, I think it's still $1, for each and every item. But when you bundle them together, the bundle itself is your product. So you've reduced your pick and pack fee to $1 instead of $3. Now that's simple math, but basically, aside from a higher price point, you're having lower fees, base fees from Amazon. The next reason you should bundle is to beat your competition to a sale by adding value. When you can, if you've got a crowded market of all of the same kind of product, but you show up in that market as the only bundle, you've beat your competition, hands down. And I'm going to share a couple of ways in this webinar of how we can customize our bundles so that nobody can jump on them, so they're even more competition proof. You can build out related products to own a market niche. So once you find, and you're going to see that my approach to bundling is all based on customer-centric research. So it's all based on understanding our customer before sourcing any products. And this will make more sense when we start talking about niches. So when you own a market niche, now, and you really start understanding a niche, it's easier to, if you were to decide to move into wholesale and source products wholesale, it's a lot easier to say to a wholesale supplier, hey, look, one, we bundle, therefore we're not a regular Amazon seller who just wants to, you know, throw up your stuff on an existing listing that's got too many sellers on it. And 2, we understand your niche because we've created 5 or 6 or 10 bundles in the same market that your products are. So it gives you negotiating leverage when you stick with a set of niches, okay, that you can choose on your own. And we're going to do practice niche research. So be thinking about in the background, because there's a couple slides from here, I'm going to have you guys interact again. Be thinking about things that you are passionate about or problems that people need solved. So think about that in the back while we're working on this presentation. So bundles is a great way to ward off lazy sellers. There are a lot of lazy sellers on Amazon. I'm sure you would agree, right? That they just don't want to do a lot of work. Well, I believe the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So when you create a product bundle that's really niched down and it serves a purpose and it meets a customer need, then all these lazy sellers who just don't want to do that extra work, you've beat them out hands down. And then, of course, Amazon loves, their number one mandate is supreme, amazing, incredible customer experience. So when you're providing an amazing customer experience, Amazon gives you some love to your account. Now, we don't know their algorithms, so I'll caveat that by saying nobody knows how Amazon's algorithms really work, but it seems to me that as I get winning products in my inventory, I get a boost on my other products. Right, my other products kind of start selling a little bit better. So I can't prove that that's the case. I can just say from anecdotal experience, that's what's been happening to me. So let's keep going. Why now? So people have been bundling products since back in the caveman days, right? So instead of one wheel, he would sell two wheels bundled with a cart, right, that pulls a horse. And we've all been, before we sold on Amazon, we've all gone into retail stores and seen product bundles and packages, especially around the holiday time, right? If you go into a big box store, then you'll see all these gift packs that these done for you. They're basically bundles, right? Or premiums. If you ever watch late night TV, which I love watching for product ideas and for niche market ideas, you'll see, but wait, buy this XYZ now and we'll throw in an XYZ, right? Those are all bundles. So bundling is not a new concept, right? But unfortunately, I think that Amazon sellers are so focused on product that they miss the opportunity in a different approach to bundling that will make your bundles more profitable and sell more, in my experience. And I'm going to share with you my unique approach to bundling in this training. So the next thing that is important with bundles is that you can start today. All right, I'm going to show you live some stuff that I went out and randomly bought at big box stores and small box stores yesterday and the day before that are either finished bundles or bundle concepts that I can very quickly put together. And then the next thing is you can test small quantities of a concept. So you don't have to buy 1,000 wholesale units of 6 different products. You can get a dozen of one thing or a dozen of another and try out small quantities before you scale up. And then you can do seasonal with short-term commitment. I'm going to show you some really fun Halloween bundles that made me giggle when I put them together. And I'll show those to you a little bit later in this presentation. And then here's the kicker. Since you're on this webinar, you know what retail arbitrage is. And since pretty much everybody starts in retail arbitrage when they start selling on Amazon, you have a leg up because you already know how to find product that sells. Okay, so let's do the math. About 80% of my inventory is bundles and inventory. Wholesale inventory. In fact, I'm in the middle of receiving 18 pallets of product that I bought at ASD trade show from multiple different suppliers. And I think I've got 11 of the pallets in, and we're waiting for the rest of them to come in next week. And most of them are bundle items or multi-pack items, but most of them are bundle items from different suppliers that I'm putting together. So let's just do the math here. If you create just 10 bundles, grab your calculators, guys. 10 bundles averaging net $10 each, which is totally doable, right? Totally doable. In fact, I have financial criteria for my bundles that they have to sell for at least $24.99, and I have to net at least $10, or it doesn't make sense for me to sell these bundles, okay? That's where that is what my criteria is. You can have your own set of criteria, but in the Bundle Masterclass, I talk about setting criteria so that you make sure you're actually making money, right? Now, if you're netting $10 each and you only have 10 bundles created, which is super easy to do, and you just sell 50 of each of those 10 bundles a month, multiply that out, that's $5,000 net monthly income on bundles that are listings that you own, that you have no competition in. That's $60,000 net annually from just 10 bundles. Now, did I mention I've got 18 pallets that are in the process of arriving? I haven't counted how many bundle products are on those yet, but right now my living room, there's 30 in my living room just from one 7-pallet shipment. There's 30 bundles being built from that one shipment. So the potential for creating bundles on Amazon, regardless of how you're sourcing, and not just on Amazon, but hint, hint, you can sell your bundles anywhere, not just Amazon. But tonight we're going to talk about Amazon. You can hit me up in my Facebook group on facebook.com/groups/Dialiva and ask me questions that are e-commerce based too, because I sell on multiple platforms. Okay, so let's just do the math. Easy, simple math. If you only had 10 bundles, that's potentially $60,000 net annually, fairly easily. So my unique approach to bundling. So a lot of folks, most Amazon folks, they're so focused on product, they forget the customer. And my mantra is people first. Now that mantra applies to whether I'm creating private label products, whether I'm creating bundles, or whether I'm having a conversation with a wholesale supplier, with a brand owner. It's people first. It's not about me. It's not about the product. It's about the end user. So the key is to know your market before sourcing. Now you notice I don't start talking about product on this bullet point slide here until a little bit further down. You have to know you have to be customer centric in your approach to creating bundles or any other product creation. So you know your market before you source anything, which decreases the waste. It decreases your fail level. It increases your level of success because you understand your market before you buy product. And then you want to also understand your competition. And by competition, I mean not people who are selling the exact same product or bundle, but people who are selling similar products to the same market you want to target. And only then do you build and evaluate your bundle concepts. Then you can identify suppliers and negotiate great prices, then competition-proof your bundle, test and refine, drive traffic, automate, and delegate. So most of the training that I do is up on number 1 and 2, because that's when you spend the most of your time understanding your target market and the universe in which you're selling, you increase your chances of success on any products that you sell. So this is Anita Breeze, who she is a super friend of mine, and she's a Canadian Amazon seller who sells on both Amazon and Canadian platform, and a master bundler in her own right. And she joined the Bundle Masterclass and told me this story shortly after joining, that she created a unicorn theme bundle, just 3 dozen of them, selling for $25. So she met the criteria of the $25 price point. Her cost was $6.75. Her in-pocket profit after expenses was a whopping $14.14. That's over $500 net profit in 1 week from one bundle. She determined pretty quickly she needed to raise her price and urgently reorder. We love it when these things happen. Now, I can't guarantee that every bundle is going to be a slam dunk, whatever sports metaphor, home run out of the park that you want to use. But it is not uncommon to have a winner like this when you spend most of your time up front identifying your target market, doing keyword research, creating an amazing optimized listing. So the traffic is already on Amazon, right? People are already searching for this stuff. And if you do a great job up front before you buy any product, then all you do, it's Amazon, which is a river. You're just plugging your product, your bundle into that river to catch some of those fish on your hook, okay? So and Anita did an amazing job, and she's still selling this bundle to this day. And this is just one example of one of my students in the Bundle Masterclass who has replicated my success as a bundler. So what types of bundles are there? Oh my gosh, it's endless. Anything you can think of can be bundled in some way or another. And now that you've got your bundle glasses on, I'm pretty sure anywhere you go now when you're outsourcing, you're doing retail arbitrage, you're going to start seeing these bundles that you never noticed before. Everything from, kids' underpants to men's socks to groceries, everything. So there's solution bundles, bundles that solve a specific problem. When I had a back injury earlier this year that put me on the sofa flat out, unable to get up and get vertical for more than about 4.5 minutes at a time. It was agonizing, so all I could do was be on my phone. If somebody had tried to sell me or offered me up a back injury recovery bundle, that included a TENS unit and a heating pad and some sort of soup and everything that I was using to rehabilitate myself, some weights, some stretching things, whatever, I would have bought that and I wouldn't have cared how much it costs, because my pain was so great. My need for that, my problem was so great at that time that if somebody had created a product that would meet my needs, I wouldn't care of the cost. I would only be interested in that it solved my problem, right? So passion bundles, people who are crazy nuts about unicorns, you're going to see me talk about unicorns a lot because it is a fanatical market. Different age groups too, by the way. There are people who have unicorn themed weddings. Not kidding. Very cool, right? You're going to see some of the stuff that I bought at Retail Arbitrage yesterday. Of course, there are unicorns in there. So just some ideas: passion bundles, activity kits, craft kits, party kits, spa kits, ready to give gifts, especially around Christmas time, guys. Ready to give gifts are, here's what people know about their family members, that the family member likes owls, or the family member likes unicorns, or the family member likes mermaids or something, fill in the blank. If they could just search on Amazon for unicorn gift and your bundle came up to the top because you did such a great job with that keyword research and putting together a bundle that just wowed them, that's what I go for, the ready to give gifts during especially Christmas time. And then bulk products. So think past the individual buyer. Think about B2B. So we're on the tail end of back to school. So don't teachers need bundles of products for 30 children? So you could literally multi-pack bundles, right? So have 30 bundles in a multi-pack. So you can kind of mash up multi-packs and bundles. And then decoration kits. And these are just a couple of ideas, okay? Seasonal topics versus evergreen. I love evergreen bundles because they sell year round. So my goal in my business is that 90% of the bundles I create are evergreen bundles. But then during little pops in the seasons like Halloween, Christmas, Easter, and Valentine's, Mother's Day, I will create a small amount of bundles, concept bundles, just to hit those holidays, okay? So start with evergreen, but then add seasonal topics as we get it nearer to a season. I'm going to show you, like I said, some that you guys can go source. I'll even tell you. You ready for this? I'm going to tell you because you're on the webinar. I'm going to tell you what stores I got this product from. So if you wanted to go source these products and put these bundles together today, you could. Okay. Leverage. Oh, by the way, we have New Year's Eve. It's not too early for New Year's Eve or even for Valentine's Day to start conceptualizing your bundles right now. I'm that far ahead of the curve with my bundles. Leverage your retail arbitrage. This is one of the promises I made to you at the beginning of this, is how to leverage what you already know. So I want you to go through, this is the first assignment, I want you to go through your inventory tomorrow of things that you've sold on Amazon that you say, oh man, I wish I could have gotten more of these. You go into a store, there's like 3 of them, you run to every single store that, every single one that's CVS pharmacy that you found it at, and you manage to get like a dozen of them, and they sell the minute they hit the warehouse, and you're like, boy, I wish I could get more of these. So I want you to examine your inventory from the last year or two and look at the things that just sold like crazy. Those are potential bases for bundles, okay? And maybe it's product that's no longer profitable, but still has a great rank. Maybe it's has too many sellers on it, right? And there's no profit anymore because people have tanked the price. Those are still great ideas to create. In fact, they're fabulous ideas to create bundles with. And then I want you to keep on scanning as you're retail arbitraging, if that's a verb or not, and you're in stores and you're scanning. Start putting your bundle hat on. And I'm going to show you the 3 burning questions that you need to practice asking yourself so they become habit when you're scanning in the store, that will help you start thinking about bundles you can create from products that have a great rank but maybe too many sellers, not enough profit potential, or the price point's too low. Because those are not items that you should necessarily put back on the shelves. Those are items that you go to the next level and say, okay, do they meet these 3 criteria for bundles? You ready? Look at your past in the net profit potential. That's kind of like number 1 is look past the net profit potential. I apologize. So don't just look, we scan and we just look at the numbers, right? I want you to put your thinking hats on instead of just being kind of just this rote scanner where you scan, and you kind of zone out, waiting for that green light to come on. I want you to look past the net profit potential, and I want you to look at the marketability or the bundleability of that product. And then keep the data in mind, of course, with any products that you source, regardless of what your sourcing method is, especially if you're doing wholesale, online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. You want to just check the historic Keepa data and make sure that the the rank is fairly consistent on any products that you source, and it's not just a shot, like a little pop, like fidget spinners or those the solar eclipse glasses, right? Research competition in the niche, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on in this presentation. So you're going to see who else is selling products, not maybe the exact product, but products in the niche that you want to target. And then I want you to ask the 3 burning questions. Here is where you get out your pen and your pad or paper. Are you guys ready? Put "I'm ready" in the chat. I want to see that you're ready and you haven't fallen asleep because I talk fast. So put "I'm ready" in the chat if you are ready to see the 3 burning questions you must ask before you buy any products to create bundles with. I'm ready, I'm ready. We're getting all sorts of readies in the chat. Good, you guys are totally on it. Awesome, you guys rock, rock, rock. I'm ready, I'm ready. Woo-hoo, we got lots of people ready. Yahoo. Okay, let's go, here we go, ready? Your 3 burning questions, and again, once again, it's my unicorn niche guy over here. That's an actual product, guys. It's a kind of like this blow up unicorn outfit. It's just hilarious. I had to put it in there because it just makes me giggle every time I see it. So here are the 3 burning questions when you look at a product, regardless of what, even if your net profit is nothing on it. I want you to ask who is buying this product. And the purpose of asking these questions is at the end, when you answer these questions, you will have an understanding of a niche market. So get ready because I'm going to give you an assignment in just a second. So your 3 burning questions are, who is buying this product? And the next question is, well, why are they buying it? What passion does it feed? Or what problem does it solve? And pretty much any product that exists either feeds a passion or solves a problem. And then what else do they need or want? So as in the example earlier with my back injury, that was a problem that needed to be solved. But I have passions too. I love music. I love singing music. I'm a choral singer. I love ballroom dancing. I love travel, photography, adventure. So those are passions, right? So you could sell me a bundle that has to do, oh, I love gourmet food. So if you have any kind of bundle that's gourmet food and you put that in front of me, my passion is so fanatical and over the top. There is no like reasoning behind whether I buy something. If it looks cool and it's going to feed a passion, I will buy it. I will buy it. So I am just an example of millions of people out there who are just like me when it comes to buying things that feed their passion. They say, shut up and take my money. If you put together a bundle that just feeds, just puts that little drop of sweet on their tongue that makes them, it's, oh my gosh, I have to have this, right? That's what we want for the passion buyers. And for the problem buyers, for the people who were solving a problem, we need to really dig in and understand why they're having that problem. And then what else do they need to solve the problem? Or what else do they want to feed that passion? Does everybody have that down in your notes? Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Here we go. So type in the chat. Here is the interactive portion once again of this training. Type in the chat things that you are passionate about. It sounds like a game show, doesn't it? Things that you are passionate about. So type that in the chat. I'm going to put on my little glasses here and go over in the chat and see what you guys are putting in there. So there's further instruction to this. It's not just what you're passionate about, because I need you to niche it down. So if you're saying coffee or dogs, I need you to niche that down further. What kind of dogs? Are you passionate about small dogs? Believe it or not, I was at this Italian restaurant a couple of nights ago, and I was sitting at the bar eating this lovely meal, and on the television was this dog competition where these dogs were like hopping over things and running through things and doing that little, Z thing. They're so cute. And then they had different classes. They had a little itty bitty dog. Then they had these big giant dogs. I forget what it's called. I was mesmerized. I'm like, what, in a bar, in an Italian restaurant? This is crazy. And then I just started watching it thinking, oh, how cute are they? These people were so incredibly passionate. Okay, but what's that niche? It's not just I love dogs. It's I love dog competitions. There was a word for it. I'm sorry I can't remember it. But niche down. So if you've posted something in the chat and you said something like dogs or coffee, I want you to go over and tell me what like niche in that. Really bring it down into a super, super like fanatical niche, okay? So let me come here and over in the chat and see what you guys are saying. So let's scroll up. Genealogy, food. Okay, so Andrew, you're a perfect example. I'm going to call you out, my friend. What kind of food? The food's pretty big, right? So do you like fast food? Do you like barbecue? Do you like cooking? Do you like eating out? Do you like drying your own fruits and vegetables, right? You see how niche that is compared to just food. Tammy, the same thing. Fashion, Rubina, gardening. These are really broad. Get them really small. So what kind of fashion do you like? I like mid-century modern. You kind of tell with my little stripes and the blue wall. I like things 50s, 60s, right, 70s. Gardening. So I have this little arrow garden on my counter. So you can niche gardening down by saying small apartment gardening, right? Or just herb gardening, or how about non-GMO gardening or whatever, right? So really niche down. And by the way, I built a gardening bundle over here too. I'm going to show you guys when I get to the show and tell part. And coffee. So Andrew, I am a coffee geek. So you and I have that in common, but I like double espresso long pulls at our favorite coffee spot, double espresso long pull with 2 raw sugars in it. See how specific that is? So tell me, is it French press coffee you like? Do you like mellow coffee? Do you like coffee that's got like MCT oil in it and B vitamins so you can biohack? So do you guys see what I'm saying with niching it down? Like wine, Andrew, same thing, coffee and wine. I'm a wine geek, but I love Malbecs, Petite Syrahs. I'm fascinated with the growing of wine. I don't know much about it. How about wine, people who like to do wine vacations, right? So that's niche down. You put travel and wine together. Okay, elephant figurines, Hazel, awesome. Organic gardening, good stuff. Mastiff, cat toys, animals, reading, traveling computers. So Debbie Costa, those are all really broad. I want you to bring it down and tell me exactly what animal you like. A lot of people like sloths, flamingos, these little itty bitty hedgehog things, right? People race rats. Like that's a real, people dress up rats. There are people who have rats and they dress them up, right? This is a thing. That is a real niche animal passion, right? We don't need to understand it to sell them product. We don't need to understand it to create a bundle that feeds their passion. Does that make sense? Okay, butterfly flower garden, very cool. Foods to reverse heart disease. Yeah, Pat, I just started intermittent fasting about, I think I'm on day 17 or 18 now, for kind of that health, that overall health thing, anti-inflammation. So now you can probably sell me anything that has to do with intermittent fasting and eating really clean. You put a bundle together that feeds that passion and I would probably buy it. Hiking. Joy, hiking what? So I like running mountains in Arizona. That's a very specific kind of hiking, right? So narrow that down. How about hiking the Appalachian Trail? What about somebody who wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail? Could you put together a survival bundle for that person, right? Soothing nighttime tea. So the soothing nighttime tea, Elnora, that's a product that would either feed a passion or solve a problem. What's the problem that solves? Could it be insomnia? How about insomnia for new moms? Insomnia for pregnant ladies? Insomnia for entrepreneurs, right? Keto or paleo desserts. Ooh, I love that tomorrow. That's a great niche. Colombian dark roast coffee. Yes, grumpy cat. Very cute. I've got one of those. Playing the slots. Beautiful figurines. Autism objects and info. That's awesome, Enor. Nice. Planning kids' birthday parties. Good stuff. Guys, do you see what I'm talking about? You guys are doing a great job interacting. This is my training style, is I like giving you these little shots of, like, give you just enough information to get your brain juices going and then having you interact, because I believe that we as human beings learn best. It's not just me. I've read this in multiple places, so I can't take credit for it. But I believe we learn best when we implement something as quickly as possible after we learn it. Because how many of you, raise your hand, have bought shelf help, all this training we buy with all good intentions, we never get around to it because it's just reading a book, or there's nothing interactive about it, or we just there's no guidance, there's no guide to help us through it, there's no coach, and we put it aside. So the way that I learn best is a bite-sized piece that I can go and immediately implement. Bite-sized piece, implement, bite-sized piece, implement. That's really helpful for me. And also being a part of a group of people who are doing the same kind of thing and learning the same kind of thing is key for me, so I can ask questions in there. So you guys are awesome. You have questions when I'm ready. Yes, I'll be ready towards the end. I'm going to do a big Q&A. So hold on to your questions, because I won't be able to see them in the chat because of all this great interaction here until we get a little bit further on. So hang in there. I've got tons of more content to share with you today. I'm sure you'll agree. I can't share everything with you in an hour and a half, but I'm going to give you as much as I can. So take notes. Here we go. How to leverage competitors. So you can use what competitors are doing to identify what's already being sold on Amazon with your keywords. So it's not a guessing game, right? You can validate all these product ideas by looking at what your competitors are selling and what they're not doing well. And then everything is about keywords. So you want to make sure that you identify sales volume and keywords in your niche using tools. There are a lot of tools out there. My go-to right now is Helium 10. I've used Viral Launch, Jungle Scout, Merchant Words. And then you want to identify holes in the market. What are competitors, people who are selling products into the same niche that you want? What are they leaving on the table? What are they missing? Read the comments. Read the feedback and the reviews on their products. And their customers who bought their products are telling you in the reviews what's missing and what can be improved. And that helps you identify weaknesses in the product and the listing, so you can address those when you create a bundle. Make sense? The next thing is how to make your bundle irresistible. I know so many people who just toss a bunch of stuff or just put one product out there and then add a keychain to it, which has absolutely nothing to do with the product they're selling. And that is the absolute wrong way to bundle. I will cry if you bundle like that. I will cry for you because you will lose money. You will be unsuccessful. So I teach you the right way to do bundling, customer-centric approach. I want them to look at it, look at my bundle and say, take my money, take my money, I love this, it's awesome, take my money and ship it fast, I want it now. You want to create an added value experience. And again, when you have your customer-centric hat on and you're addressing people first, people being that customer, then you're creating this great bundle based on an experience that makes them happy. And by the way, when you do this right and you just wow people with your bundle, not just the bundle, but the packaging, the presentation, everything about it, you increase the chance of them giving you a review. And reviews is where it's at, right? This is how we get even more better rank on Amazon, and then more sales from conversions of sales to people who end up on our listing. And then your initial passion and problem research is going to reveal what the customer wants and needs when you ask those 3 questions. Why are they buying this? Who's buying this? Why are they buying it? And what else do they buy? You want to make it unique. Never do a me too bundle. Do your own, okay? Get those little creative juices going. And by the way, I know there's at least one person on this webinar is going to say to themselves, I'm not creative. I hear it regularly. And I'm here to tell you that we are all creative beings. We come into this world as creative beings. Sometimes it's just kind of, pounded down on us and through the traditional educational system. And we forget that we're creative. So if you forgot that you're creative, I want you to turn to a neighbor's 6-year-old child, or talk to your grandkid or your child who is still like in that creative, just pure creativity, and just ask them questions, and they will help break you into that, and they'll help break you out of that negative mindset that you're not creative, because I'm here to tell you, you are, absolutely you are, I promise. Over deliver, packaging, inserts, ask the right questions. Never ask yourself, what can I throw in this bundle? I want you to ask yourself, what else does my ideal buyer want or need? Now, do you notice this question does not use the word product or item or thing? The focus of this question is your buyer. So I know it's a mindset shift from Amazon sellers, we're taught to focus on just the product. With bundling, I teach you to focus on the customer first in order to be successful. How to competition-proof your bundles. Source from various suppliers. Unique packaging. Put a custom piece in there. I'm going to give you some ideas for custom pieces in a minute. Here's an example of a real bundle I did. Plush hand puppets. It was this liquidation closeout of these 6 different hand puppets. All these different animals, really cute and fluffy. I put an adoption certificate. I created a white box to put them in, and I had on the outside of the box, I had it printed like it was this little carry box, like a cage, so that it looked like you were carrying around your animals. And then on the inside, when they turned the lid up, it was a stage. So the packaging served a purpose as part of the bundle. And then I created variations for a completely different niche market. A customer of mine, a local customer, saw the puppets and she said, "Oh, are you selling these golf club covers?" And I said, "What?" She says, "Yeah, these really look cute on a golf club." So I went to Goodwill and I bought 2 different golf clubs. This is how much I know about golf clubs. One was big and wood, and the other one was skinny and metal. That's my extent of understanding of golf, right? I bought 2 different sized ones, and I brought them to my garage, and I stuck these puppets on, and lo and behold, those suckers fit on the golf clubs. So I created another bundle for a completely different market as golf club covers. So I want you to think, when you're putting together a bundle and you want something that's custom in that bundle, think about promotional companies. Do you guys know what that is? So if you've ever gone to any trade show or business event or anything, your dentist office, whatever, they have things that they'll give away for free so you remember their business. Well, you can get those things created at a promotional company, but here's the difference. Don't put your company name on these promotional products. Let's say you're putting together a cell phone accessories bundle for tweeny girls, like 12, 13, 14-year-old girls who have iPhones who love mermaids. Do you see how niche that is? Do you see how specific I'm being? Then you're going to have somebody from Fiverr, Fiverr.com, draw you a cute mermaid. And then you're going to take that mermaid image that you now own for commercial purposes, and you're going to put that on these promotional items. You see, you're not putting your company name on the items. You're putting some image on it that is customer-centric, that wows that person who's going to receive that product. Make sense? And you can get promotional items on the right-hand side. You see all these categories. You can get stuff printed on pretty much anything. Okay, it's live sourcing time. Are you guys ready? Woohoo! I'm going to go live here, and can you guys all see me? Can you see my face? All right, so I'm going to look over in the chat. Okay, can you see me? Say yes, you can see me. I have piles of stuff over here. I'm just going to dig in and show you. So I believe I am an active Amazon seller. I'm an e-commerce seller. I sell on Amazon and other platforms, and I even wholesale products that I manufacture and also that I buy in huge quantities from my suppliers. I now flip those wholesale. So I believe, the reason I'm telling you that is I believe in walking my talk and having boots on the ground. So I'm not just going to create a presentation with some bullet points saying, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to show you that you can do it because I just did it yesterday. So stuff I got yesterday. Okay, this is one of my favorite bundles, and I'm going to tell you where I got it, you guys, because this store only gets a certain amount of these products, and you cannot order them off their website. So there's no way for you guys to beat each other up competition-wise, okay? So, because you can only buy like, 2 dozen or 3 dozen each. Here we go. All right, so speaking of mermaids, first of all, here's the store. Look. Recognize the store? Who knows what the store is? Who knows what that store is? 99-cent store. 99-cent store. It's $2 for this cute little mermaid thing, right? But wait for it. Then I went to, the same store. Look at the mermaid gloves. Mermaid gloves, right? Put these 2 together. But wait, here's the catcher. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about mashups. All right, here's my secret. I like keyword mashups. So people who like mermaids, people who like, might also like unicorns. So I might put together a bundle of unicorn and mermaid dress up set, for example, just off the top of my head, because then I'm going to get that keyword traffic for both the unicorns and the mermaids. So here's what I did, because this, we're going to market as a Halloween product. Ready? And we're going to put it with this. So imagine this kid, and it could be a boy or a girl, because now we've made this not just a bundle targeted as girls, but it could be a boy dressed up as a shark mermaid. How fun is this? You guys have to go source these. This is also at the 99-cent store. $2. By the way, I am very familiar with the 99-cent store. When I was doing retail arbitrage, I had relationships with all of the managers in my local area, and I would tell them the kinds of things I was looking for, and I would get phone calls when the trucks came in, letting me know that stuff that I might be looking for or that was that were my niches had come in. And I had one lady who worked the overnight shift, and at 2 a.m. she'd be digging in, and I gave her the concept of bundles, and she was having fun creating bundles for me. It's like, oh, Barbara, this, we got this and we got this, you can put this together. So I thought this was cool. And for those of you who have been following the trade war, you see that $1.49? This would have been 99 cents last year. The reason I'm telling you I follow the 99-cent store religiously for 4 years, I know that prices have gone up. And some of their product that they used to source in China, now I always turn over and see where it's from. Now it's made in India. Some of their textiles are made in India. So that's just an aside. But this with this. Now let's do the numbers, because it's all about numbers. That's $2. That's $2. That's $4. $5.50 plus tax. Let's say $5 for this bundle. Could I sell this bundle for $22.95 at Halloween time? Oh, heck yes. This thing is awesome. It's got like this Velcro. You know I got to do this, right? Okay. Okay. So anyway, you can tell I have a lot of fun. And you know what? Bundling is fun. I swear. It's okay to have fun with this stuff. It doesn't have to be all serious in business. As long as after we're having fun in games, we look at our bottom line, we look at our numbers and make sure that we're validating our concept, then why not have some fun with it, right? Because what's the point in being in business? Just go get a job working for somebody else if we're going to be like stressed and unhappy all the time, right? So next bundle. Here we go. Okay, we all know that, all right, there's got to be some moms in here. I know there are. What is the major movie? Who's a mom of a little girl or a dad of a little girl? Major movie that's coming out. It's the sequel to another major movie in December. Coming out in December. Huge. Little girls are crazy about this. Good luck getting ungated. Come on, guys. Frozen. Woo! I got some parents. I'm not a parent, even I knew, right? So I'm going to show you how to imply a brand. Because if you're not ungated in Frozen, you can't sell Frozen, right? Here's how you imply a brand. These 3 items are from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree. Ready? Cute little cape. And this is all in their Halloween section that is just being put out now. Okay? This is a cute little cape. Winter. Wait for it. A hair extension. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Oh my gosh. It's a hair extension. Can you guys see this? Can you see it? Right? And then this was not necessarily for Frozen, but or for Elsa or whatever their names are, but this cute little sequined headband thingy, right? So I could just picture a little girl wearing this with this and this. I could just totally picture it. So $3 for this bundle. And what if you found, I bet you they have one too, a wand, right? I don't know if the Frozen chicks have wands, right? But something else. I have to rewatch Frozen, I think. But think about upcoming movies. But this is how you imply a brand, right? So you can get some of that juice for the Frozen market. By the way, whoever is not muted, please mute yourself so we don't hear you in the background. So that's implying brand. Next, okay. So again, back to the 99-cent store, just because both of them are up the street from me. Truth be told, the Dollar Tree is right behind my house, which is kind of cool. I'm going to mute everybody because I can hear somebody in the background here. All right. So these are from 99-cent store. So I got this one. See this? That's a Stegosaurus, I think. I don't know, don't quote me. And then this guy, 3 different ones. And then another one, maybe that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. 3 of these for $1 a piece. But I don't stop there, all right? I don't just do the 3 of these together. And I say, okay, who would buy this? It's for a little boy or a little girl who's at the beach and they're building like this whole excavation thing and they're making these things. Well, what do they need to excavate? What do they need? What else do they need? So who buys this? Why do they buy it? And what else do they need? They're excavating, so don't they need to dig? That was $1. Yeah. So it's a $4 cost here. $4 cost plus prep for that bundle. Okay, ready? I have more. This is an easy one. We're going to do a lot of princess stuff. So photo prop background, Dollar Tree, photo prop background. Again, because we got Frozen coming up. Photo prop of a castle, but then we have these photo props here where when you take a picture, you hold them up. You put these together with maybe a couple of other things. That's not a big enough bundle. But the reason I'm showing you some of these is just to give you ideas for fanatical niche markets. Okay, here we go. This is 99-cent store. Was having a 50% off sale and I went nuts. So here is this really cool sewing machine. Look at that. Sunbeam sewing machine, and I got it for $2.50. And then what else do you need? Who would buy this and why? And what else do you need? They need all these bobbins and threads, right? 100 pieces of bobbins and threads to go together with the machine. Easy peasy. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. 99-cent store. This is $5. Now keep in mind, I can get stuff like this. This is a pet a doggy bag. I can get stuff like this wholesale. And in the Bundle Masterclass, I actually give you all of my suppliers that sell to the dollar stores. So you don't have to pay retail for this stuff. But I like buying this stuff retail just to test a dozen of them to see if they work. And then I can go source wholesale. But one of the reasons I like this particular bag is because look at the dogs in here. What is that? Anybody know what kind of dog that is? Or what kind of dog that is? Or that? These are different breeds, aren't they? Is that a pug? Is that like a, I don't know, Lhasa Apso? Or I'm not really good at that. But now I can get the keywords in the back end for this bag of these different breeds of dog. And I can make it a new puppy bag. So I'm going after people with puppies. See how it zips? It's got arrows. It's so cute, right? It's totally cute. And then put it together with, because it's a new puppy, this. I actually have this ready. This was also, I think it was like $2, right? But it's a dog bowl and a couple of toys and a ball. Put that together, and they're blue. There's your bundle. Make sense? And then to customize it, you can put a tip sheet for training a new puppy. Put some puppy pads in there too, right? All right, what else? Oh, that's a good one. Here we go. Sticking with dogs. One of my students, my coaching students, told me about Five Below. Thank you for that. And they just opened up in Phoenix, so I went nuts in there. They had or have this. It's a unicorn Pegasus pug. Talk about keyword mashups. I love this. Look at this. So I get pug plus people like unicorns and Pegasus for $5, snuggly blanket. But then I thought, okay, who would buy this? We just identified that. Why are they buying it? Because it's snuggly and it's soft. What else would they buy if they're snuggling up with this? How about a matching neck pillow, right? So they got the neck pillow on and they're snuggling with their blankie and they're on a car ride, or they're taking an airplane ride to mom's house, right? To grandma's house across the country, something like that, right? So there's a bundle. The neck pillow, it's a light blue, I don't know if you can see it, which mimics kind of the blue in his wings. All right, what's next? Who said gardening? Who said gardening? I know I keep going out of focus here, but that's okay. So who said gardening in the chat? Here we go. Ready? So I got this cool gardening bag. Isn't this beautiful? This is canvas. I'm going to use this myself. This is really nice with all these pockets. Guess where I got it? It's walking distance to my house, guys, so I can go up there and do product research. $3 for this guy. It's just beautiful. Really, really nice. But then I also got who would buy this and why. People who are gardening outside, they got to carry their tools around. Now they're outside and they're going to kneel in their garden, so they probably need a kneeling pad. right? And then what else do they need? They're digging in their garden and they're planting things. So they need these little plant labels. And then we have tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, bunch of tools. Because I'm picturing, when I'm looking at this product, I'm picturing the person digging in their garden and planting flowers, right? So if you can get to you will get to this point, I promise you. Just keep at it. When you get to the point where you're putting yourself in the heart and the mind of your potential buyer, you are unstoppable with bundles and products. You are unstoppable. Okay, so that's another bundle. This I'm going to keep for myself. This is a good bundle. I'm going to use this myself. Okay, so as you are, this is a Dollar Tree. Got these. They're gone. They sold really fast, but check dollartree.com. For pet lovers, when I needed a hand, you gave me your paw, and a house is not a home without paw prints. Right, so I have 2 cats, Megan and Gizmo, and then I rescued a little black cat I named Boo off my back patio about 2 months ago that I swore I was just going to foster and find him a home, but he's stolen my heart. And he gets along well with my male cat Gizmo. They play a lot together. And so as of a couple days ago, I decided I now have 3 cats. So for those of you who have been watching this, go ahead and say I told you so. You knew that was going to happen, right? No more fostering for me. All right, so I'm becoming a crazy cat later. So this is a great little bundle, right? But you put 4 of these in there, and then I'm going to show you how to get these wholesale, how to get stuff like that wholesale. How about, this is cool. So back to school. Doesn't that look like mermaid skin together with these really cool fashionista headphones? Because a teenage girl who loves mermaids is going to school with a mermaid backpack, and she has some sort of earphones on, listening to her cool music, right? I got more. Sharks is a big thing. So shark floats. Got them 50% off. But that's not enough, okay? This is a shark float that it's big and they're hanging on to, right, in the water. But then I wanted to give them something for the bathtub, a splash toy. This was 99-cent store. This was Dollar Tree. So it was only an extra $1 for me to put a bath toy, but then I could write some really fun copy around one for the pool, one for the bath, right? What else? Oh, this is fun, right? Oh, I was in, I was in Walmart. I was supposed to be in there getting, I don't even remember what it was, some shipping supplies, and I walked past an end cap that had 10 cents. They were selling these for 10 cents. How cute are these? Who would buy these and why? Who would buy flamingos, guys? Put it in the chat. Who buys flamingos? Who loves flamingos? People who have RVs, retired folks, people who live in mobile homes, right? Toucan. So what if I paid 10 cents each for these? So what if I put 4 of them in there, 2 of each? What's my cost? 40 cents. Could I sell this for $15 and make money? Yes, and this was random. I swear I wasn't in there retail arbitraging. I was in there looking for something. I think I was in there looking for a screwdriver. That's what it was. And I couldn't. So I literally just off the end cap into my cart. Okay. This came from yesterday. Look where I got it from. You know me by name now. All right. Halloween time. Easy peasy bundles. You ready? Day of the Dead. You also get Spanish keywords. Dia de los Muertos, sugar skulls, candy skulls. Great keywords for these. These are wood-ish, MDF wood. They're fairly good size. 3 different designs, okay? Purple eyes, pink eyes, blue eyes. Buy all 3 of them. This is a real live bundle idea for you guys. Buy all 3. That's $3. Nice and flat in a poly bag. Cute. Look at the cute bling. And there's some glitter on it. These are really cute, right? There's your bundle. Look how easy that is to prep. Next bundle. Okay, so normally people are more inclined to buy red, white, and blue stuff around when? July 4th, right? Well, what do we have coming up in 2020? Somebody put it in the chat. What's happening in 2020? Big political event? Politics everywhere, right? Politics all over the news, everything, the election, and it's only going to get more. In fact, those pallets I told you about, there's 1,800 American flag slippers on those pallets. I'm still waiting for that one pallet to come in. 1,800 slippers that have the American flag on them. Yep, so I'm definitely leveraging the election. So here we go. I walked into the Dollar Tree and they're blowing out because it's past season, right? It's not past season for election year. They're blowing out this stuff. See that? Patriotic banner? So 4 of them, got 4 of them, and they're 12 feet long. So think from your customer or from your customer's perspective, they're having a party. And you know, next summer they're having a party. And they need more. They can't just do one. They need it long enough to put around a room or all on the patio, right? So 4 of them. And then to make it pretty, you give them 2 of these. Okay? You give them some bows. How fun are these? But then, just for that little extra, remember the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra? That little extra, we're going to give them a pack of these. These are balloons with stars and stripes on them, or little stars on them, red, white, and blue. How cool is that? So these with those 4, killer bundle, if you can find these. Now, I got the ones that were different designs, but I got the ones that had like the sparkly thing. I thought they looked the best, these here. So this is a bundle you can do, done for you bundle right now. Find the product in your local Dollar Tree. What else we got? Oh, you know I'm going to do unicorns. So on an end cap yesterday, as I was looking for stuff for this this training, I come across this $1.50 for these coffee mugs. Guess what they have on them? Bum-ba-dum. Be unique. This one I'm keeping for me. Actually, I'm going to keep them all. Let's see. You were all you. I need my glasses to read. Sorry. Okay, so all you need are unicorns and coffee. Seriously, put these 2 things in a lunch bag, and some lady working in an office who, you know, doesn't like her job, and she's the only thing in her life is gonna make her kind of smile throughout the day is having these guys on her desk, right? And a cute little lunch bag with unicorns on it, and that's gonna brighten her day. What else would she have, right? Could you even, this is what I would do, next level, is white label coffee and make it unicorn coffee, right? Create a brand of coffee that's unicorn coffee. It's magical, right? And bundle it together with one of these suckers. That would be fun to do, wouldn't it? I would buy unicorn coffee. I don't know what's in it, but I would buy it. It's sparkly, right? Who knows? Okay, what else? I think that's it. There's more stuff around here. Oh, I found these in the 99-cent store. Remember, Little Mermaid movie is coming out in, I think, January or February, right? The remake of it. So look at these popcorn holders that are unicorns, llamas, it's another animal that's crazy, and mermaids. So now, and I could do like all 3 of them together, 6 of them. So there's 2 of each color, right? And then what if you could find some colored popcorn that's like, pinks and purples, unicorn popcorn. We get a phone with us. Okay. Did I overwhelm you guys? Okay, was that fun? Did you guys have fun? Wasn't this awesome? All coffee is magical, Andrew says. Okay, so did you guys understand what I was doing with this? I was asking, what are the 3 questions I was asking? Who would buy this product? Why are they buying it? What problem is it solving? Passion is it feeding? What else do they buy? So do you guys love bundles now? Please tell me you love. Gary V could not keep up with you. I'm looking in the chat. You guys are hilarious. Thank you. Okay, so I got a couple more things to share with you. Is that okay if I keep going? Can I keep going? Take notes like crazy. Here we go. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen again. Has this been helpful to you guys? Has it been helpful? Tell me that you understand where I'm going and you're having fun with this and it's been awesome. And okay, so we did some live sourcing. So my promise to you was in this training, I'm going to show you how to add bundles to your Amazon business in a way that is easy, fun, and profitable, even if you've never created a bundle before. Do you think that I have met that goal? I promised you this in the beginning. Have I met that goal? Say yes in the chat for me. Have I met that goal for you? How about on a scale of 1 to 10, how well have I met that goal? This is just an ego exercise. I hope y'all put 10 things. Okay. So here's what you learned. We're going to recap because I know I put a lot out there today, okay? Here's what you learned. How to leverage what you're already doing in retail arbitrage to create bundles. And I'm telling you, once you get this, the customer-centric approach, you are going to be off to the races. you will never look at things the same way again. You will eat, sleep, and dream bundles, and that, I mean that in a good way. 3 questions. You learn the 3 questions you must ask before you source products, right? And then how to niche your bundle concepts for higher prices and more sales. So I'm sure you can agree that I can't teach you everything that I know in my brain during the short time we have together, but I promised that I was going to show you the tips that you can use immediately, and in fact you can. Right now, today, or tomorrow, depending on your time zone, you can go out to retail stores and you can create your very first bundle in the next 24 hours based on what I've taught you today. So would you like to know exactly how I create profitable bundles and how I teach others to do so in my Bundle Masterclass? I'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind, and share with you what I'm doing with the Bundle Masterclass and how it's helped some people. Okay, so the bundlemasterclass.com, I'm just going to scooch over to that website and show you real quick what I've got. I've got a bonus offer for you guys that I've never actually, the big bonus that's going to be like the, I think I'm going to make this, because I can only do like 5 or 6 of these, maybe 10, is I'm going to give you guys a huge bonus that involves private coaching, which, because it's coming into Q4 and it's my personal time, I can't allow too many people to get that particular bonus. So give me a minute and I'll think about how many I have time for. But that's going to be one of the bonuses when you go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus. Let's scooch over there and see. Let's see. Come over here. Boom. All right. I'm not sure if you can see this, but we'll go to bundlemasterclass.com and do /bonus, because that's where you're going to find the special offer. So the Bundle Masterclass, now I take a lot of training, you got to put an S in there, bundlemasterclass.com. I take a lot of trading classes. I'm in a very high-end mastermind that's tens of thousands of dollars a year. Let's see, /bonus, so we can give you that bonus. And I'm going to a brand building conference in just a couple of weeks. And I'm going to a business building intensive that cost me several $1,000s, or not cost me, but I invested several $1,000s in January. So I am boots on the ground working to build and grow my e-commerce business in a very deliberate and aggressive way. So when I learn new things, I bring it to you. I know that you guys have all paid thousands of dollars for different trainings. Heck, my university degree cost me about $30,000, and I don't know if I use a whole lot of it. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. So the ultimate guide to creating niche bundles to Amazon. Here's what you get. Niche market discovery. Customer needs discovery. I'm not going to read everything out loud. You guys are grown adults. You can go to the website, bundlemasterclass.com/bonus, and take your time and read through all of the things that you'll learn. Product opportunity and discovery. But I spend most of my time in Bundle Masterclass teaching people to understand customer needs before you buy any product, because that way you don't make as many mistakes when you understand who you're selling to and why before you buy product. Supplier negotiation, this is key. How many of you have had wholesale suppliers say to you, we don't sell at Amazon sellers? Everybody who's tried sourcing wholesale is going to be raising their hand right now. I'm telling you, when you say I bundle to these suppliers, they not only change their tune, but they chase after you to create bundles with their products. You want to competition-proof your bundles. I touched on it a little bit tonight, but I've got dozens of different ways to competition-proof your bundles. You want to know your numbers. Listing creation optimization is key. So if you haven't optimized a listing, if you don't know how to create the right photographs from a psychology standpoint, a marketing standpoint, how to do keyword research and create keyword-rich listings, this is the key to once you create a bundle. It's not the if you build it, they will come concept. When Amazon puts traffic on your listing and your listing doesn't convert to a sale, then that's a waste of a great bundle. So I teach you how to optimize and create amazing listings that convert. And then creating your own sales traction, because gosh darn it, I am a control freak sometimes, and I want to push my own traffic. If I find a unicorn Facebook page where there's 2 million followers of ladies who love unicorns, you know I'm going to I'm going to try to put an ad in front of those people, a Facebook ad, to drive traffic to my unicorn bundle, right, on Amazon, completely within Amazon's terms of service. And then I want to automate and delegate, because we all need to sleep at some point, right? So whatever I can automate and delegate, I keep the creative process kind of to me, because That's what I do really well, and I love doing it. But then anything I can automate and delegate and outsource, I do. And I teach you that in the Bundle Masterclass. So it's the only bundling training you'll ever need. It's self-paced. You complete it on your own time. It's instant access. You can start right now. It's easy to follow, bite-sized lessons, regular assignments, just like we did on this training here tonight. I keep you very engaged. You have access to me in the private group. Support a ton of great people in there supporting who have gone through the course and are successful in bundling. And we just support each other and lift each other up. I think there's enough hate and yuckiness going on social media and in the news right now. I think there's enough out there for everybody, and we should lift each other up and help each other and support each other. And that is the tone that I set in the group, and I think you can kind of sense that just in this training here. Lifetime access to all content, and I'm always bringing new content as I learn new things and as Amazon changes, because Amazon changes all the time, right? As it updates, you get access to all the content. You'll never be charged anything again for the Bundle Masterclass. You can read the testimonials from people that you might even recognize in a lot of Facebook groups. It's a one-time payment for just $4.99. You can get access right now, but wait, before you go there, I'm going to show you the bonuses. I'm going to give you 3 bonuses I put together, just like these done-for-you bundles that I put together really quick just yesterday afternoon. I'm going to give you a document with over 100 done-for-you bundle research ideas already done, with even links to websites where you can buy the product, and also with different variation ideas on each of those bundles. So you're going to get that done for your bundles research when you enroll in this course right now on this webinar. I'm also going to give you my sourcing directory. It's dollar store suppliers. These are companies that sell to the dollar stores. So if you were to buy a gift bag, for example, at the Dollar Tree, you'd pay, well, $1. I pay between 35 and 45 cents for my gift bags, and I can probably get them cheaper if I did higher quantities. And then the fast action bonus. This is the one that I've never given as a bonus before for the Bundle Masterclass. But I think in order to help short circuit, especially those of you who think you're not creative, or maybe you're lacking a little confidence, you can tell I'm pretty upbeat, I will get on the phone with you for 30 minutes after you've gone through Module 1 and all the lessons on understanding fanatical niche markets. You have to have some skin in the game too, right? After you get through that first module, I will get on the phone with you for 30 minutes. I'm going to offer this to the first, let me pick a number, the first 20 people who enroll in the Bundle Masterclass right now for $4.99. You get all of this plus 30-minute phone consult with me starting right now. And we'll do that to get you situated for fourth quarter bundles and going into Q1. Okay, so what's the cost of not taking action? You can hunt and peck. You can try to learn all this stuff on you can rewatch this webinar over and over, and you could create a couple bundles for yourself. But I can help short circuit all of that for you, and there's so much I didn't cover. All the marketing stuff, the deep dive into understanding fanatical niche markets, the numbers of bundles, how to make sure that you're actually making money with your bundles. So go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus and enroll in the course, and I will, let me make sure that you guys can see this here. Can everybody see what I'm looking at here? Okay, so I see we've got a lot of questions in here. Yippee! Okay. All right, so let me get back and put the screen up just so you've got the URL. You've got the website address to go to, and I will start answering questions for you. Go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus. Only the first 20 people who enrolled today are going to get me for 30 minutes, and I think you've noticed I can cover a lot of ground in 30 minutes. Okay, so let me come over here and see what you guys are chatting about. Alrighty, here we go. Come here. There it is. Okay, Joy says, exceeded my expectations. Thank you, Joy. I hope you had high expectations and I exceeded those even though they were high. That's exciting. Janet asks, I can do what you are doing, but always ask myself, how do I know that it will sell? Janet, that's a great question. Janet, you don't. Because there is no certainty in life except death and taxes, right? So you don't know that it's going to sell, but you can hedge your bets by following my approach, by understanding your customer before you ever source a product, understanding the competition, understanding and building keyword research, keyword lists, writing an amazing listing. You know that people are already searching on Amazon for the product that you're building out, the bundle that you're building out when you do your research, and all you need to do is effectively plug into that traffic. So Barbara asks, how do you decide how much? Oh, and Janet, it comes down to, you got to take a risk. At some point, you just have to take action, send in a bundle, and if it works, yahoo. If it doesn't work, ask yourself why, reverse engineer it, and make it a lesson to learn from, and then improve the next time. Barbara asks, how do you decide how much to sell a bundle? Well, that's through market research. You want to see what the market will bear. Plus, you also want to take into consideration how much you're paying for the products, and it's got to be a balance. It's a kind of an art and a science put together. And I give you a spreadsheet in the Bundle Masterclass that you fill in the blanks with your product costs, and you just dump all that keyword data in there, all the competitive word data in the spreadsheet, so you can evaluate on one sheet whether or not it's worth doing this bundle. So Michael asked, do you remove packaging assisting UPC's prices on your bundles? Dollar Store, I absolutely remove price tags from of course, and when you bundle, you're going to create a GTI exemption so that your FNSKU, you may not ever use any of the UPC codes that are on the individual products in the bundle. You ask Amazon for a GTI exemption, so they exempt you from having to have a UPC code for your bundle, and I show you how to do that in the Bundle Masterclass. Never, ever, ever, ever use third-party UPC codes. It is against Amazon's terms of service. Okay, Tom says, I'm fairly advanced on Amazon. Do you mind if I ask you advanced questions? Bring it on, Tom. I'm happy to help you if I can. And Elnora asks, where do you go to start classes? I've already enrolled. You will automatically get an email from my little automated email system with a link to the Facebook group, the private group, and instructions on how to get into the course, and an intro for me. And the topic of that the email is welcome to the Bundle Masterclass. So just look for that in your email, search your spam if you don't see it. Do you cover all the Amazon advertising methods? Tom, they keep changing, so no. But if you, Amazon's come out with a couple of different new advertising methods that I'm now playing with myself. So what I do, if I don't know something well, I will bring in an expert and interview them for Bundle Masterclass students. So as a student of the Bundle Masterclass, if you say, hey, look, did you see this new thing that Amazon's doing? Can you find someone to interview? I will be more than happy to do that and find the right expert. So I'm really big on, if I don't know something, I'll say I don't know, but let me find out. So I never pretend to know stuff that I don't know. I'm good at what I'm good at, and other stuff I'm not good at, and I let you know I'm not, but then I go find out the answer for you. So Suman asked, can these bundles be sold overseas or at least in Canada? Of course. In fact, when you create product bundles, these are you can sell them on any e-commerce platform. I sell my bundles on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So when you do a great job at understanding fanatical niche markets, you can sell them to, you can have an influencer who has a following of that fanatical niche market and have them sell it on commission and post it on your own website. It's all about creating customer-centric bundles, and then you can sell them anywhere. This course is specifically for Amazon sellers, but there's content in this course that will teach you how to source wholesale and how to create private label products as well as bundles. So it all kinds of, it feeds into each other. Tom asks, so you start with a thing called with a scratch listing. You don't purchase UPCs, Tom, you create a GTI exemption. You get the product listed, pictures, copyright, descriptions, and begin advertising on Amazon. Actually, Tom, I don't begin by advertising on Amazon. I shoot for the moon and try to get organic traffic to my listing before I hit it with PPC. Now, I am going to a brand building, like I said, event in a couple of weeks where I'm going to be learning a lot more about off Amazon advertising, so that I will add that content, that information as I learn it, back into the Bundle Masterclass. It'll have a lot to do with Facebook ads. Right now, I do some Facebook ads to a landing page, and then a landing page to build an email list of fanatical followers, and then that landing page over to a coupon code on Amazon. So what's the cost without the phone? Saman, the cost is $4.99, period. I've had several course creators. One course creator sells his product for $24.95, $2,495 product. And he actually was kind of mad at me and told me to double my price to $1,000 for the Bundle Masterclass. I said no, because I want to serve more people. And, you know, it comes back again to there's plenty out there for all of us. I have amazing success in multiple businesses. I'm very blessed. And I do want to pay it forward, but I've also put a lot of time and energy into the Bundle Masterclass. So I have to find a happy medium where I'm not shutting a lot of people out, where it's priced so that anybody can afford, because you saw the numbers, just one bundle can make $1,000 a month for you. So to not invest $499 to learn everything you need to learn, to create bundles that can put that amount of dollars on your bottom line and then multiply that out by multiple bundles, it's just, it completely makes sense to invest $499. But I won't write, the price will never go up to $997. I will not raise the price. $499 is the price. It's a great deal, in my opinion, for the content that's in there. Okay, do I use a prep center to bundle your products for you? Okay. Jean asks, do you use a prep center to bundle your products for you and send to Amazon? Yes and no. Some of my stuff goes to prep centers. Other stuff, like these pallets I have coming in from different manufacturers, in order to get the best prices, I had to get all products sent to me here. So what I did was, and if you join my Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/deal-diva, let me put my head up here so you can see me. You'll see the journey of how I rented a very large storage unit. I negotiated 50% off, 2 months rent, so I'm paying $110 a month for these ginormous storage units, and having the pallets delivered there, because some of the stuff that's coming in the pallets, I'm flipping wholesale to other e-commerce sellers right out of the gate. Some of it I'm bundling, but the products come from multiple suppliers, and then I've also got custom pieces coming in. So there's too many moving parts with all of the product I bought. So for this Q4, for this 18 pallets, we're doing all the prep in-house. I've just hired another person today. I've got 2 other people working for me, so I've got 3 people prepping, and we've created a system, right? So we've got everything set up. We've created a workflow. Everybody's responsible for a certain product. So now that we've got that workflow set up, it should go pretty good, and we're getting a head start on Q4. We're doing it right now. We're not waiting until October to prep stuff. We're getting a head start. And then as we prep stuff, we're putting the boxes back into the storage unit in a separate area, and we just put ready on the outside of that box. So as we need product, we can drip feed it into Amazon. Just stick the shipping labels in, boom. Or better yet, build a pallet. I just did my first 2 pallets shipping out last week. That was quite the experience, but now I have a better handle on how to do it. So then I can build a pallet and send pallets in come late September, early October. Gosh, it is September, isn't it? So that's some of the strategies I use. Let's see, what's the cost for that? The big thing is getting Amazon to take interest in the listing via sales, which translates into a lower VSR, may even get reviews even better. Tell me if you're asking a question there, Tom, and I will answer it. So just keep in mind, there will be good stuff and bad stuff with any platform you sell on. All right, that's it. That's the reality of it. So I did, if you go to youtube.com/BarbaraDrazga and search for Chief Problem Solver, CPS, on my channel, I did this this little 10-minute video on how I approach my business when problems arise. I call it being the chief problem solver in my business. So when stuff happens, I can get upset about it, which of course happens, like that somebody lost a pallet last week we can't find. So yeah, I'm a little bit upset, but then I immediately switch to, what can I do about this, right? What else can I do? How can I have some control over this? Who do I need to contact? And I start asking questions that lead me to solutions instead of just grousing on Facebook. I'm sure you've all seen Facebook groups with people just complaining up the wazoo about everything and anything over which they have little or no control. We don't have control over Amazon's decisions. We don't. So when stuff happens, I'd say give yourself all of 5 minutes to grouse about it and then get back to work. Whatever needs to happen. Add more sales channels. Add more creative marketing. Do off Amazon, whatever. Off Amazon marketing. Optimize. Go back and optimize your listing even more. Whatever else has to happen to get to solution. And let's say a bundle totally crashes and burns, doesn't sell. You pull it back and evaluate what you can do better, and then maybe use those same pieces in completely different bundles. So the solutions to every problem, you just got to ask the right questions. Okay, enough of that. I went into a little bit of a soapbox mode there. Elnora says, you're a great speaker and motivator. Thank you, Elnora. How sweet are you? Frank asks, how in depth do you go into the listing quality when creating these one-off bundles on Amazon? Frank, as an example, I interviewed this gentleman who owns a photography company for Amazon sellers, and we recorded 2 full hours. It's like 2 1.25-hour lessons on the nuances of creating bundle photographs that incorporate psychological marketing tactics to lead the buyer's eye to the buy box, for example, how to set up. That's just an example of how in-depth we go into the nuances of creating a great listing. I'm sure you have all seen bundle listings up there that bundle's probably kind of cool, right? And it's got like 2 bullet points and 3 words in the title. I'm very big on putting your main keywords right up front in the title, writing your titles that are keyword rich but still legible, readable. They're not keyword stuffing, staying within Amazon's terms of service, but leveraging and tweaking every little thing in your listing, and then continuing to tweak. Every single week, we tweak our listings or do more keyword research. I'm just now hired a guy off of Fiverr, Fiverr.com. I'm testing him out to do keyword research on all of my listings to see what we missed, right? And he's got a bunch of SEO tools and find new places to search for keywords. Okay, I hope that answers you. We go fairly in depth. I think you can tell that I don't gloss over anything in this training alone. I've gone in depth on a lot of things, and it's times 10 that in the Bundle Masterclass. I don't do anything halfway. You can probably guess. Donna says, I really enjoyed your presentation. You are very informative and entertaining. Thank you. It's the coffee. Hazel asks, in doing a bundle, would you use your UPC code that was purchased? Absolutely not. No, nada. It's against Amazon's terms of service to use third-party UPC codes. In order to use a UPC code, you must own it and have it registered under your company name, which means you have to be you have to have a trademark for your company and register it with gs1.org. Or the easy solution is you request Amazon for a GTIN exemption, which basically tells Amazon it's a private label product or a bundle and saying you don't need to have a UPC code for that bundle. And they give you the exemption for it so you can print out your FNSQs. It's really that simple. And even though it's only like 2 minutes to walk through, we walk through that in the Bundle Masterclass. Okay, also, do I get in trouble for bundling some items related to frozen when most of us are gated in selling frozen? Hazel, once again, I am very adamant about following Amazon's terms of service. I do not recommend trying to skirt rules. I would never encourage anybody or instruct anybody to put their account at risk by trying to go in the gray area of breaking Amazon's rules. You don't need to. I can imply a frozen bundle right there without using frozen keywords. I can use other keywords and imply it in the product without having frozen branded products in my bundle. There are ways to do this and stay within terms of service and stay within integrity. Jean, must the brand name go in the front of the listing title, or is it the other way around that? It depends. Sometimes Amazon dumps the brand name in the front of the title for you, but it's not happening consistently in my bundles. So here's the thing, folks. I teach you the approach to bundling that is evergreen. It is non-Amazon platform specific when we talk about customer-centric approach to research. We cover a ton of things about listing on Amazon, leveraging Amazon's system, but that stuff changes all the time, right? Because Amazon every single day has something new with their platform. So when something new happens with the platform, that information, we're going to be in the private Facebook group, the Bundle Masterclass group, a Facebook group where we say, hey, look, did you see Amazon is now doing this? And then we talk about it. And we go, I might do a seller support ticket, ask for more clarification. And sadly, Amazon's rules are fluid on Amazon's side. I'm sure you've all experienced that. You call up Amazon and they give you an answer to a question you have, and then you call back the next day, get somebody else and get a completely different answer. So in the Facebook group, we discuss issues that we run up against that are new, including like the new advertising options, etc., to try to get a handle together as a group on what Amazon wants us to do with their rules and the new tools that they're giving us. Does that make sense? Okay, so Michael says, thank you for all this info, Barbara. One quick clarification. Is there any issue with removing packaging from items that shows they are dollar store items, even if they don't have the price printed on it? I imagine from a user experience, may be frustrating to receive a dollar store item regardless of added value. So that's a good question, Michael. I don't actually remove them from the packages, and I've never had somebody say, hey, this is a dollar store item. Because here's the thing. Not everybody shops. Not everybody lives right behind a Dollar Tree and up the street from a 99-cent store. Not everybody shops there. People are buying these products as a solution to a problem or to feed a passion. They are tearing into that and saying, how can I use this cool product? Oh my gosh, how I got? They are not reading the tags of the bottom of where it is, or I'm not going to peel these labels off. They're saying, oh my gosh, let's go make the popcorn. right? They're yanking up that popcorn and putting it in the microwave and washing these off and taking the stickers off so they can use it. So some of the things that we think are an issue really aren't an issue. And we talk a little bit about overthinking and perfectionism as well in the Bundle Masterclass. There's some mindset stuff in there that sometimes we stop each other from taking action, or we stop ourselves from taking action. We come up with all these reasons and excuses not to make something happen in our business. And I'm telling you folks, if there's a time to take action on anything in your business, it's right now, because it's Q4 coming up. It's like being a candy store in terms of volume of sales, just sheer volume of people shopping on Amazon during Q4. Now is the time, right now, end of August, to get this training under your belt, start implementing it right away. And by the way, you can implement this tomorrow. You saw what I did just by going to a couple of big box stores and small box stores in a morning or an afternoon yesterday. So I want this for you. I want you to add bundles to whatever it is that you're doing so that you can leverage Q4 and beyond. I'm already building Q1 and Valentine's Day bundles concepts out already. I'm way ahead of the curve. So I wish that for you as well. I invite you all to join the Bundle Masterclass. Go to bundlemasterclass.com/bonus. Again, I think I said I was going to give 20 of you a half an hour. That's 10 hours of my time consulting with you. And it could be via Zoom here. We can do face-to-face. We can do phone. We can do back and forth typing, whatever works for you. Again, my name is Barbara Drazga. If you've got any questions, shoot me a message on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that link, subscribing to my YouTube channel, hit that little bell so you get a ding anytime I do new trainings. If you guys have any more questions, please hit me up on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Barbara Drazga, and also join Deal Diva Wholesale on on Facebook, which is facebook.com/groups/Deal Diva, and ask me any questions about e-commerce selling on Amazon, bundling, wholesale sourcing, private label sourcing. Follow my journey with these 18 pallets coming in, and the wholesale flipping and some new stuff that I'm trying. And more than happy to help you guys. Ask me anything, and I'm happy to answer if I know it, or put you in touch with somebody who has more answers than I do. Again, join me in the bundlemasterclass.com/bonus, and I will see you on the inside. Thanks for being here. Take care.